What up, what up, what up? Welcome to another podcast. Do you ever belong in very unique, different circles that you wonder what would happen if you just mix all of those circles in one place? That's exactly what happened in my birthday today. It was interesting. I've always wondered what would happen if I took like all of my circles into one place. And during my prior preparing for my birthday, I was thinking like, how can I invite people? Because I was always strict of not mixing my circles because they just know me very differently. One circle knows me as this nerd who loves anime, who loves board games, who loves mind games, and just a nerd. Another circle just knows me for being a bandmate, a music player, as a performer, a cunt. It's just an alter ego. One circle knows me being like kind of like business vibes, talking and shaking hands. You know, that type of shaking hands, firm handshake, looking at the eyes, that type shit. So I belong in those very like three distinct circles, and I've always wondered for a long time what would happen if I just took all of them in one place. And during my birthday planning, I thought, what if I just invite my closest friend of each of those circles and mix them together just to see what would happen. And it's cool 'cause it's interesting. Here's what happened. My brother said, I just remember my brother said during the party, he was like, "Oh my god, what is happening? What is happening right now? Everything is so different. Like everything was all over the place. Everybody was getting overstimulated because my friend who's a nerd in my board game community in my circle was just yapping about nerd stuff like Umamasume. He was talking about board games and his nerd stuff that I also love. I love nerdy stuff. I'm a nerd myself. I'm an otaku. I love anime. I love all of this stuff. We sang a lot of Japanese songs together, and my other circle, she was like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" Because she's the part of my music circle, and she was just singing during the party. She was singing a lot of songs, and she sounded really good. I was also singing a part with her as well because she knows me as a singer and a performer. And my other friend from MUN, which is another org, that's the kind of like the business type of org. It was just very different as well. Like, yeah, it's so interesting. It's honestly so interesting. Like it was overstimulating for me, and it was fun. It was kind of like a social experiment. My birthday became a social experiment, and I loved how it turned out. I had so much fun getting a taste of each of the circle in my birthday, and I heard it as soon as I said it. But because you've always wondered like what would happen if you just took all of the circles in one place. And I'm just glad that it turned out good. I had so much fun, and I'm already 24. What would I do in my life now? Yeah, probably go back to school, going back to social media soon, and just do some grown-up stuff, working while studying. It's always been a thing. Yeah, it was so fun. Like my nerd friend tried to communicate with my MUN friend, and they both bonded over brain rot. And well, that's good that they had a common ground, but it was still very different. Their worlds are very different. You can just feel it from the vibes, and like you can just see them trying to communicate with each other. And it was really interesting. I was just observing everybody, and I try to make sure that I was overarching. Like I have this personality where I can just be in the three circles, like they know me at best. And I think a part of me was something that my siblings also didn't expect, because they know me as another type of person, but when something like that comes in, you have to tap into another side of you. And I think I unlocked a kind of side of me where I was all three at once. I was a nerd, I was a performer, and I was also a formal guy. Like I was all of that in one go. So I suggest you try it. If you've always wondered what it would be like if you just mix all of your circles in, I wouldn't recommend having a lot of people in all each of your circle though, because I think that would be catastrophic. I just took one of each. That's my tip if you want to try it, because at least you can get a taste of the vibes of each circle in your birthday. Because that's always my problem during my birthdays. Like, I don't know who to invite, because if I invite this circle and I have another close friends from this circle, and if I mix them together, it's just not. I feel like, oh my gosh, it's not gonna work. It's really just not gonna work. Like, just imagine inviting people who are very serious and very kind of like, about very world issues, MUN, like Model United Nations, that type of people talking about being intellectuals and just debating and all of that. You mix it with your music friends, like love people who love music, who talk about music all the time, and you also mix it with nerds that are just talking about umamasume or just talking about anime or just board games in general. Like, if you mix all of them, it's just I'm always cautious of mixing all of them together, because I was just scared of if it's just gonna spiral out of control. And it's so interesting because each of my circle knows me very differently. Like, they know me very, like, I have a different side of me in each circle. And even my friend from MUN, he was like, oh, bro, you told me you don't want to mix circles. What's happening now? I didn't tell him. Like, I just wanted to see what would happen, and I'm glad that I just did it. We ate in a samgyeopsal, and they had a karaoke there, and wow, like, I didn't know my nerd friend could sing. So I guess you also have that type of discovery from other circles, that, oh gosh, you have a common ground. And my other friend from MUN loves guitar, so I already know he kind of also likes music, so there was already kind of like a common ground. But still, it's very different if I imagine bringing people from MUN, bringing a lot of people from my band, and bringing a lot of people from my board games community. You know what I'm saying? My board games community is very antisocial. They don't talk too much. They're just very nerdy, and I love that part of me. Like, I've always been that type of nerd too, like anime and being weird. I just love being weird, and they don't judge me for being weird. They don't judge me for being cringe, because they're also weird. That's what they were talking. Like, my siblings, my other people there from the birthday, they were just talking like, your friend is so weird. And I'm like, yeah, because that's like a part of me. Each of you guys that I invited is a part of my personality, because I'm weird in that sense that I'm also a nerd and I love nerdy things. I am also a part of you. Whatever you guys are, you're also a part of me. You reflect me. You reflect my friend from MUN reflects me best in MUN. My friend in music circle kind of like represents me in a way as well, but we are close. We're really close. So yeah, it was just very interesting to see and very interesting to observe. What if I tell you guys to just try mixing your circles and see what would happen? You'll discover something like common grounds, and you'll discover this side of you where you can accommodate three like different circles in one time. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Okay, yeah, I probably think in my next birthday. I don't know if I still want to do that though, cause I mean, I can still do that, but not not more people. I think it was honestly overstimulating for all of the people. Like, they were like all over the place. All the topics were all over the place. Someone even talked about North Korea out of nowhere, and we were just singing. And I mean, in my other circle, of course, I would get that, but if you just talk about it in a very mixed circle, it's just very interesting. And yeah. I love my birthday. Happy birthday to me, 24 years old. You're so cool, and I wish you all the best. I'm sure if I'm going back to school, when I go back to school this next few months, I'm gonna have another circle, probably like more on the athletic side, because I have a knack now for a sport. I want to be in a badminton club. I also want to be in yeah, somewhere like in an active, physically active club, and that would be another part of my circle where I'm active and talking about sports. But anyway, yeah, thank you so much for listening. It's just a very short podcast for today because it's just about my birthday, and we still just got off from our birthday. I'm still kind of overstimulated by everybody there, and I love that. I love that type of overstimulation. I love all of my friends there, and I appreciated every single one of them for coming. All right, thank you so much, and see you in another podcast. Bye.